Lotte Group has more than 150 outlets and facilities in China, some like this supermarket in Beijing. But its role at home in the deployment of a U.S. Terminal High Altitude Area Defense Anti-Missile System, or THAAD, has some saying it's time to show the company the door. On the streets in Beijing, some agree with state media calls for a boycott of the company, South Korean goods, and sanctions.
At a very basic level, we can refuse to buy Korean goods and products and limit travel to South Korea. As for trade, I hope the government can adopt some policies to sanction South Korea.
For some residents, however, the memories of China's heated territorial dispute with Japan in 2012 were still fresh. At the time, there were calls for boycotts and protests, some violent.
Politics and business are two separate things, and such actions are unnecessary, much like China's boycott of Japanese goods in the past. When Chinese were smashing Japanese cars, they were smashing the assets of Chinese people.
No matter how bad relations with Japan get, that will not have an impact on Japanese products or companies in China. Going for sanctions will not really do anything to resolve the problem, and I hope China's leaders will come up with some measures that are more effective.
Still, protests are already cropping up, like this one outside a Lotte store in the northeastern city of Jilin. What comes next for Lotte and other South Korean stores in China is hard to say. Construction at this massive project in Liaoning's provincial capital of Shenyang has been put on hold after failing to pass a fire safety inspection. During a recent visit to the store on a weekday, few customers could be found. Shenyang has close business ties with South Korea and a large shopping district for Korean goods. However, few there were worried about the dispute or the impact it could have on business, saying that while the government has to do what it will do, business will go on regardless. Bill Ide, VOA News, Beijing.